And hello, and welcome into The Farmer Was Replaced, which is a game where we program a drone that is replacing the agriculture industry. I don't know. It's a programming game. I don't know much about programming, so it's going to be fun. I'd imagine. I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. I did get a key for this game, and also I'm getting paid for this video for coverage and everything, just to be transparent about it. But also it's an interesting game that I've seen people play here and there. So this is sponsored, I guess, by the publisher, Metalwood. And yeah, it's an interesting game. Game was in early access until the time of recording this, and it's now leaving early access, so if you want to check it out for yourself, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. And we'll just get started together, and I hope I don't lose my mind. Getting started. This window contains information about everything in the game. You can move windows around by dragging and dropping the gray part of the window. I mean, technically this part is gray as well, so, but like they mean this light part. You can move around by dragging anywhere outside the window. Ooh, how much can we move out? Okay, it does kind of... Okay, can I zoom? Yes. Okay. Sorry. To get started with programming, go to the first programming page by clicking it. Be sure to check out the buttons in the top right corner of the screen. Hover over them to see the tooltip explaining what they do. One of them opens the tech tree. Tech tree. While. To unlock that, we need 5 hay belts. Okay. First program. Text editor. All programming is done in code windows. Each code window corresponds to a text file containing code. You can rename the file by clicking on its name in the top of the window. You can the code can be edited like in any text editor as long as it's not running. You can execute the program directly by pressing the green play button in the code window. You can create more code files using the plus button in the top right corner of the screen. You can dock a window to another window by dragging it onto it. Can I just... Oh, yes. I want to see the piggy. There we go. Let's just move this a bit over. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. You will notice that once you start tapping, a simple code completion window will pop up. Press tab to insert the code completion. They're mowing grass outside of the window right now, so I have to close it. And I'm like, what the hell? It's 9 a.m. Can you do that another day? Simple code completion and everything. Don't worry if this is your first time programming. The language is unlocked step by step, so you won't be overwhelmed by all the things you can do. The syntax is also similar to that of Python, which is one of the most widely used programming languages in the world, so learning it is not completely wasted. If you already know Python, it's not a problem either. You'll just be able to skip the early game quickly to get to the more interesting stuff. Currently, there are 2 drone commands available. Do a flip and harvest. Let's do that. Harvest. And then do a flip. What do you mean by harvest? Brackets. Okay. These are function calls. You can think of a function as a command that can be executed. You execute it using the parentheses. Try typing these statements in the code window and pressing the execute button. And then we can do multiple stuff. Collecting grass will give you hay. Hay can be used to unlock loops in the unlock menu. We've got 2 now. Open the unlock menu. Okay. Let's do that and unlock the while loop. Unlocks a simple loop while true harvest. You've unlocked the while loop and the value is true and false. The while loop keeps executing the loop body as long as the condition is true. While condition, loop body. Don't worry about creating infinite loops. The delays in the execution will prevent the program from freezing. Perhaps you've already tried to put several... No, I haven't. This allows you to harvest several times in one program. However, it would be nice to harvest more than 3 times, and writing the same code multiple times is bad practice. The solution is a loop. A loop always allows you to run the same code multiple times. I'm gonna skip a bit because this seems like fairly easy already. Oh, while true, do a flip. So while false, do a flip and stuff. Okay, gotcha. This is like fine. I think I get it. Notice how the line after the colon is indented. Indentation like this is used to separate blocks of code. Just press tab to add indentation and shift tab or backspace to remove it. The loop will repeat all indented statements after the colon. So if I do this, and then while true, there we go. And if I just do this, oh yeah, it goes fast. It goes fast. Nice. I think we're doing well. Speed. Increase the speed of both the drone and code execution. The execution speed has been doubled. The problem is that the drone now harvests faster than the grass can grow in no harvest at all. To deal with this, if branches and the can harvest function are now unlocked. Checking before harvesting. Stop it. Maybe I should add like the do a flip. The new function can harvest provides a better condition. Can harvest returns true if a plant under the drone can be harvested and false otherwise. If can harvest, do something. The reason you can use this function as a condition like this is because it returns the Boolean value. That means just true and false, right? A return value essentially means that after the functionality executed, the function calls expression evaluates to the return value. What happens when the above code runs, the if runs, can harvest is called, can harvest does a thing, can harvest returns true or false. The statement is now if true or if false. The code block is not only executed if it can harvest. Now we can use if to prevent the drone from harvesting too early. Alrighty, so while true, do I just replace this? Wait, let's go with while true, if can harvest, true. But do I need that even? I'm not sure if we need that. Harvest. It looks weird, like harvest, the way it's spelled. Oh wait. Nice. Now we can increase the speed further. Oh, we can't increase the speed further. We need stuff. Hats. Hats for your drone. Change hats. Hats, green hat. Unlocks planting. Expands the farm, unlocks movement. Ah, but hats. You've unlocked a few hat colors for your drone. Equip them like this. Change hat. Do a flip. Do I need that? Harvest. Change hat. Hats. Gray hat. Probably one purple hat. Purple hat, cheetah print, dancing on the people. Change hat. Hats dot purple hat, straw hat. Like so. And then if harvest, if can harvest. Probably should unlock something else. Do we want to get increase the yield of grass? I feel like we want to get that first, you know? Yeah, I think we want to get that first. And we'll let it run for just a brief moment that we skipped right here. Let's unlock the grass yield upgrade. So now we're going to harvest 2 at a time, which is going to be pretty good. But we need wood to increase the yield of grass further. Same with speed. Next up, we can unlock planting and expand the field. And also unlock movement. Let's get that for now. Expand 1. Your farm has grown. This space is not much use if you can't move a drone. So there's a new function, move, that moves the drone. Move requires that you specify the direction in which you want the drone to move. There are 4 new constants for this, north, east, south, and west. For example, move north will move the drone 1 square to the north. If you move over the edge of a farm, the drone will be moved to the other side of the farm. Following example code will keep moving the drone north and wrap back to the start when it reaches the edge of a farm. Gotcha. So we can do while true, move north. There we go. And now it will just quickly do that. Like, we got the speed upgrade, so I don't think we need it really. But like also it will come in handy soon enough. When we unlock bushes, the bushes of love. So grass is nice because it grows automatically. All other plants have to be planted with a plant function. The only plant you can plant right now is a bush. You can pass the type of plant you want to plant to a function like this. Plant entities bush. This will plant a bush under the drone. Call clear to reset the farm to all grass and reset the drone position. It seems that if you grow more than one type of plant on the farm at the same time, you can sometimes get a higher yield. You'll need to research polyculture to learn more. Alrighty. Let's see. What can we do? Let's do... Can I add... the kill. What if I want... Clear. Nice. So this is the kill switch. We'll just move this over this way. Move north, plant entities dot bush. So now we'll wait until these have grown. And it appears that we gain stuff. We gain wood from these. And now we can increase the speed again. Let's go. I think we have to move this down. Like so, and it would be better because then it plants, and if it can harvest it, then moves. It does it and then moves and then plants again. Not sure if it makes it much better, but like... Oh, they do grow differently, so this one grows a bit faster. Uh, 4.38, 3.74. I don't know what this means. Let it run a bit. What do we have here? Arithmetic? I don't want to add math yet. Print. Tools to help with debugging programs. Print high. Till the soil. Plant carrots. You can expand further. Expand too. Your farm has... Let's get rid of this. Just gonna leave this somewhere. Your farm has expanded again. Other tiles are no longer in a nice row, so you need to find a way to traverse a square grid. With a while loop, this is not possible until you unlock sensors and operators. It is time to introduce the for loop. You can read all about the for loop on the for loop page, but for now you will only need to repeat it. Only need it to repeat the code a fixed number of times. Do end loops. For I in range 5, do a flip. Range creates a range of numbers from 0 to n-1, which has n elements in it. The for loop runs its loop body once for every element in the sequence. In the example, it does do a flip 5 times. The function, what is n minus range n? Wouldn't it do it? Creates a range of numbers from 0 to 4, which has n elements in it. Oh, 0 is the first number. Never mind. The function getWorldSize is also available now. It returns the side length of your farm. This way you can write code that won't break with the next expand upgrade. For I in range getWorldSize, harvest, then move north. This example harvests 1 column of a farm for any farm size. If you're stuck on trying to figure out how to move a drone around the farm, see below. There are of course several ways to move around. Oh wait, that's we shouldn't have done that. Oops. What we're looking for is a way to traverse it in a systematic way that won't break when the farm grows again. A systemic way to get every place on the farm would be to repeat the following 2 steps forever. Move north until it wraps back, move east. So for I in range getWorldSize may be helpful to turn this idea into code. So while true, for I in range getWorldSize brackets close. Plant entities bush. If can harvest. And then plant entities bush. Move north. Wait, no. For iron range. So does it the world size? Oh, right now it's 3 times. So like, you know, if I do this, hold on, let me check. So this just does it a bunch of times. Let's unlock this. Debug! Sometimes your code just doesn't work and you need to find out why. There are a couple of tools to help you do that. The first, to execute a program step by step. You can go, okay, do that, fine. Print function can also be used. Write any value passed to it directly into the air. Print, can harvest, print, get position, get, etc. So for I in range get world size, print I. Zero, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So it is printing a link. Like, so world size means just the it's not all of it, it's just these. So what I want to do now is for I in range, it does it basically 3 times. If can harvest, harvest, and plant entities bush, then move north. Then move east. Fantastic. This is working out really well. I can get more speed, but we need carrots for that. We can expand this further, but we need carrots for that too. So, set speed, etc, etc. Get time. It's about time. Let's get carrots unlocked. Before you can plant entities carrot, you have to till the soil. This will change the ground to ground soil. To till the soil, simply call it till. Calling till again will change it back to grassland. Planting carrots costs wood and hay. These items will automatically be automatically removed when calling plant entities carrot. You can see the costs of any plant on its own page. So what is it, what they wanted me to do actually? What was like the example for J and range, get world size, do a flip in every tile. Do a flip, move north, and then move east. Oh, okay. So would this theoretically work all the time? Just run the kill again? What if you wanna... And then for J in range, get world size. If I do this, it does the same thing basically, but it doesn't break. While true. If an I mean, it may be helpful to turn this idea into code. Okay, so how did they get the J? Is I and J just like the thing? For J in range, get world size. Print J. Okay. 0. 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Sure. Delete then. Where was I? So the if can harvest thing will do like, if it can harvest the thing, it will harvest it and then plant bushes again. And if I remove this, actually I can just do this, you know, and we can just enter it later. You know what? Can I do Control Z? Yeah, let's go. Bush harvesting loop. Can I copy this? I can't. I can just take this whole thing and make a wheat harvesting loop. Harvest loop. And then get rid of this. I didn't want to take a screenshot. That was an oopsie on my part. But like, honestly, I think it would be just quicker to just do it this way. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 21. No. So we have. It's roughly like 4 per second. And if I do. Move north. Yeah, this is much faster. The kill. I will let you down. I haven't listened to it too much, you know. I know it's called like the kill, but it's like bury me, bury me. It's a banger. It's like nostalgia for me. I don't know, man. So before you can plant carrots with plant entities carrot, you have to till the soil first. This will change the ground to ground soil. To till the soil, simply call it till. Okay, so we start out with a while true. Then colon for I in range get world size. Boop boop. For j in range get world size. Boop boop. If soil type, is that a thing? No. If no. I think we simply do till then actually yeah, like till plant entities carrot, and if we'll do if can harvest and then do we do else yet? Do we have else? Else? I'm not sure if I need to do brackets there or not, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. Else move north. No. Hold up. We want this to happen, and then if we do else, like this, move north, move east. Oh, I realized. When it's reset, it's not. It's like whatever is there, like it will just get harvested. So what we want to do is we'll get rid of this. There's too much indentation here. I broke it. No. For J in range. Yeah, we want to move this over. And this as well. Okay, that is working so far. Ah, I've got an idea. For range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, till, plant, entities, caret. And actually, we'll remove this and add it before this. You know, we'll just do it once, you know? We'll just do this once to have it everywhere planted, you know? And then, before we start moving, if can harvest, we'll till, and then, no wait, we'll harvest, because that will destroy the stuff. We'll harvest, and then we'll till, and we'll plant entities, caret. Otherwise, we'll move north, and we'll just repeat it a bunch of times, you know. So, like, we'll just do this, and then range 1. Can assign a value to this expression. What do you mean? For k in range 1. So it just does it once. Never mind, I forgot about something. I made an oopsie. 0. So now it only does it once. It did just now harvest grass. I wonder why that is. Yeah, something I did is wrong. I'm not getting any carrots. Ah, I know why. Else. So now we basically do, oh boy. Why is it broken? I guess it will eventually do the job. Yeah. It is for whatever reason broken. Trigger a warning, details in the output window. Oh boy, something is going weird. I don't know why. Unlock trees, unlock water. I'm not sure if that would be better. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Let's see. Before you can plant carrots. Else, do a flip. Do a flip. Do a flip. Move north. So we'll just do this real quick. So it does harvest, and it does till and plant any of these carrots. So it does right now. It will just skip that last one. We do get carrots still. It just does a bunch of flips. The do a flip is whatever, pet for piggy. Let's do that. So when it does this, it will eventually come across something that hasn't grown yet. And when it does, it will pet for piggy. But why do some of these grow faster? Else. I don't know, something went wrong there. Yeah, because it can't harvest, it will not till that one tile. Delete this. Bury me, bury me. I will let you down. Yeah, something broke again. It's not optimal, but honestly, it still is doing its job, which is harvesting carrots. I guess it will just, from time to time, also harvest grass. Which is fine in my book. We can get watering, we can set speed, we can't get these resources yet though. So, no idea about that. Comparison logic operators, if not, can not harvest, and 1 + 1 = 4 divided by 2, do a flip. You know, why the hell? Trees are a better way to get wood than bushes. They give 5 wood each. Like bushes, they can be planted on grass or soil. Trees like to have some space, and planting them right next to each other will slow down their growth. The growth time is doubled for each tree that is on a tile directly to the north, east, west, or south of it. Wait, the growing time is doubled. Oh, okay, it's slowed down. So if you plant trees on every tile, they will take 2 × 2 × 2 × 2 = 16 times longer to grow. Well, the percentage operator can be useful here. Remember that the percentage operator returns the remainder of... I guess we need math after all. Arithmetic operators, plus, minus, etc. So comparison and stuff. Note all numbers in the game are floating point numbers. So all arithmetic operators are floating point operators. / is defined to just floor the number after the definition. What does flooring the number mean? For assignment, okay. Allow you to compare, modify, and combine values. The arithmetic operators are used to perform common mathematical operations on numbers. For comparison operators, we need would need it. I know it's going to be inefficient, but we'll fix it soon. We'll just do this for a while. Plus minus are used for addition and subtraction. Are used for multiplication and division. Does the same thing as /, but the result is flawed. Round it down to the next integer. So 5 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, percentage is a modular operator, also known as remainder operator. Essentially it divides the numbers, the two numbers, and then returns the remainder. So for percentage 2 evaluates to 0. What? 5 to divided, like 5 percentage 2 evaluates to 1. 1.1. What? And also think of it as repeatedly subtracting the right number from the left number until the remainder is less than the right number. Oh, so it's like, yeah, like 5 minus 2 until there's only one number. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. So 2% 6 does nothing. Like it, or rather it gets evaluated to 2. So it will just output the number? I'm not sure. Star is the power operator. 2 ***, 2 evaluates to 4, minus 5 ***, 3 evaluates to 125. Ah, okay, it's like it's a to the power of 2. Gotcha. Comparison to okay, so this is used to check if two values are equal or not equal. They can be used on all types of values. Okay. Logic operators not simply inverts the value of true and evaluates to true only if both values are true. So true and true is true. True and false is false. False and false evaluate to true. No, I'm pretty sure that false and false would turn out true, no? Like, I guess it's not how it works. Like, like if I give two false statements, you know, and it's gonna be true, right? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something different. So in logics, like both in philosophy and mathematics, if A is false and A implies B, then not A is true unless not A or B is false. No, wait. I'm mixing a lot of things up. This is not math or philosophy, so it's fine. Or semantics for that matter. Semantics does that a lot as well. There's like a lot of thingies with statements and the like. What I wanted to get at is though that we can now do and, or, and not stuff, which is fun. But this is going to be important later, probably at some point. Trees grow either way. So the percentage can be useful here. Def is even n, return n percentage equals to. Wait, what? The percentage operator can be useful here. Remember that the percentage operator returns the remainder of a division. Even numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 0, and odd numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 1. So you can check if a number is even like this. One more harvest. Just want these 2 trees to be harvested. There we go. Nice. The kill. There you go. Oh, god damn it. Ah, okay. Wait, harvest loop. Wait. Tree loop. There's def loop, there's tree loop, there's wheat loop, you know, it's gonna be like a lot of different loops. Let's move those over, basically. I'll just move this over as well, and that right there, and logics and trees and carrots we can get rid of, probably, I'm not sure. Expand we can get rid of here. Debugging. So what we want to do is right here. I don't know why it wants me to do this. So I'll just create a new code file. Let's go. I want to have a script that plants trees in I wanted to do it in the odd spots, basically. And in the middle spot. So, move north. Move east. Print position pos x. Pos x. Is that not a thing? Didn't we have a thing here somewhere? Get position. Wait. Get. I guess we don't have that yet. Get time, set speed, XY. The drone can see what's under it. Oh, that's good. Nice. The functions get position X and get position Y return the current X and Y position of a drone. At the start, they are both 0. The position increases by 1 every tile towards east, and the Y position increases by 1 every tile towards north. Wait, if I wanted to do something silly, what if I plant a tree and then move 1 tile up and no, 2 tiles up and plant? Wait, so stop it. Move north. Why is it playing that one? Stop it. So it plants here. Then it moves up and then up. It plants here. Then it moves up and 1 to the right. To east. Like so. Then it moves up to the right and then repeats the process again. Doot, doot. And then it would inevitably go 1 to the right and end up here, which is bad. But like we could can we do if get entity type equals entities bush, do a flip? What do I do here? Like, what would be the best way of doing things? Carrot loop. Actually, clear is useful. Yeah. Can just leave this as is. How do I attach them? Ah, I see. We drag them in. Tree loop. I see. So we want the tree loop to be different in that it will get the entity type. Num unlocked, unlocked scary will return the number of times it was unlocked, updated. Okay. Number unlocked. So hold up. Census. We can get position X and Y. Return the current X and Y position of the drone. At the start position, they start at a 0. The X position increases by 1 every tile towards east, and the Y position increases by 1 every tile towards north. Num times returns how many of an items you have. Mun items, number items, item. Focus on num items. Hey, get entity type and get ground type. Return the type of entity of or ground that is under the drone. Do a flip if you are over a bush. Gotcha. The none keyword is also unlocked now. None is a value that represents there is no value. For example, a function that has no return statement will actually return none. Get entity type returns none if there is no entity under the drone. If you want to find out how many of a particular unlock you have, use num unlock. For example, num unlock unlock speed will return the number of speed upgrades you have. Gotcha. How about this? Do a new one. I'm gonna go while true. If get entity type oh yeah, get entity type equals entities tree. Boop. It checks now if the entity type on the ground is not a tree. In that case, it will if x minus 1 all right, it will basically okay, so it will move west, get entity type hold up, let me cook it. I'll be right back. Okay, I created a monstrosity. So, what this will do is, it will always just repeat this. Then, for I in range, get world size. This is basically the thing that makes us move, you know? Oh, we need to move everything a bit further. I'll go through that in a moment after I fix this. But basically, we'll have a variable that will check. Dum, dum, dum. Hold up. So this should be fine. If else... we'll just move this real quick over. move. We're resetting and stuff. So what's gonna happen is, if everything works out, which, because I've copied code and stuff, it didn't do the indentation correctly, which is a bit annoying, but that's probably just a me issue. I think. So, if it can harvest, it will harvest. But only if it is the entity type. Like, the entity type is... Oh, wait. Else? Is that fine still? Like, this is still, everything is under here. Or do we have to move it? Like, how much is this? And how much is this? This is smaller, right? I think it is. It looks like it. Yeah. I hope. Anyway, so T is 0. T is the number of trees. Checking the east tile. So it will move to the east. Then, if the entity type is a tree, so if it is that, we'll increase T by T plus 1. So we'll take the existing value of T and turn it into 1. I had to, by the way, unlock variables for this. Census and variables right there. Anyways. If it is a tree, then it will increase the variable. If not, it will harvest whatever is over there. Then it resets. We'll move west. We'll check the west tile, for which we'll have to move west again. If the entity type we'll get is a tree, again the same thing, otherwise we reset. Moving on. If we'll do, like, we'll set to the east and go north. If it is that, fantastic, plus 1, else we'll harvest. Reset. Move south. Now I just realized that we have to check south tile and move south again. And does that again, then it resets by moving north. It prints T. If T, and also does a flip. If T is 0, it plants entities tree. Otherwise, it moves north. Now, what I'm wondering is, here we go. If T equals 0, it plants that. Else it moves north, and then it moves. Plants entities tree. Okay. Fantastic. And then we'll move north. And it will do that once, like, for the world size and length, and then it moves east and does it again. So this is my idea, basically, and I'm pretty sure it's super inefficient and stuff. But for the time being, I think I cooked. There's an error again. There's too much indentation here. The indentation must be the same for all statements within a code block. It is move east. Okay, should be fine now. What do you mean? If it is an entity tree, if it is a tree, then if it can harvest, then harvest. Else, do a flip. I don't know. Change hat to green. Hats dot green hat. Fantastic. Else, do a flip. And change here we go. Ah, it's too much indentation. After all. Change hat to hats purple hat. T equals 0. Oh no, no, no. Here we go. I don't know if there is a thing I can do to make it all indent correctly or automatically based on stuff. Like, it knows that something's wrong. So let me just move a whole, like all of the indentations at once. It's probably a thing, right? It's gotta be a thing. Programmers are very, very efficient after all. If t equals 0, do a flip, change hat to hats dot straw hat. Boop. Plant the tree. Then move north, then move east. Alrighty, so shouldn't be any code here. Error, you can't do an assignment here. Oh wait, yeah. If equals equals. Something is broken, I feel like. What if I make it less than 5? Or 3? Oh wait, I think I realized what's wrong. So it moves east once. You know? And then moves west twice. Whatever, we'll see how it works out for us. Can we increase our speed, perhaps? We've got 50. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Increase the speed here as well for that. Increase carrot speed. Grass speed. Sounds fine. So it just continues on if it can harvest it, which is whatever. The moment it gets harvested, this is so inefficient. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but honestly I'm proud that it does at least harvest some grass and wood albeit very, very inefficiently. I've unlocked new hats, it seems, which is cool. I just don't really know if I could have done this better. I wonder if it would have been better doing it with math, like it appears to want over here, if it's even returned that. So if you plant trees on every tile, they will take 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 16 times longer to grow. The percent operator can be useful here. Remember that the percentage operator returns the remainder of a division. Even numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 0, and odd numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 1. So you can check if a number is even like this. This returns true if n is even and false if it isn't. So if we want to do stuff, like if we check n as a number, is like, what do we do? I don't understand what it wants from me. But like, this is the solution I've had in mind. The other thing would have been to like just move north, not plant, move north, plant, then go to the right, and not plant, move north, plant, then go to the right and south, and do the same thing. It probably would have been easier, like do like the same thing as my first column, and then essentially also harvest whenever you can harvest. And then by the end of that list of commands, it would then move to the first position. You know? But right there, it doesn't plant a tree because there's like more than, like, there's like 3 guys, like trees. You know? I wonder how efficient that is, theoretically. But like, let's try 3 instead. Change that traffic cone. Cool. I think I froze the code there, and that's why it gave me the traffic cone. So it will plant a tree there, and it's going to take a while. But also at the same time, it appears that our code is so inefficient that we don't really have to worry about efficiency, you know? I think there is potential here with this overall though. Anyways, that was it for today though. I spent a long time here thinking, like, you know, the recording is only an hour and 20, but I spent 2 hours here. Total. So like, in between pauses here and there, mostly me thinking. Like that last bit there, I was just that was despair. That was not good. It has never been defined. You must assign a value to a variable before using it. What do you mean it has never been defined? It is defined up here. T is 0. And then it gets the number of trees from like north, west, and south and east. I would imagine we can do like some shenanigans with like north and east just, and then go up and see if north and east has trees in it. And like if that number is even, then it's bad, and if it is odd, then that's great. Something like that maybe, I don't know. Like the drone can only see what's below it. But yeah, please let me know what I could have done differently and do it in terms that I can understand. For what it's worth, we unlocked variables here because assign values to variables seemed super useful, so I went for that. Oh god. So now, watch me cook here. We'll make this 0. It's 1, so it won't do anything. But right there, 0, so it will plant with maximum efficiency. It's 1, so it won't do anything there. It moves over. 0, so it plants. 2, so it won't do anything. Right there, 0, so it will plant here. I think we're actually... This is perfection. 1, doesn't do anything. 0, it will do something. It is a bit scuffed. I will take that because, like, yeah... Because, like, we started in the wrong position. But it should theoretically input the right thing. Right there, it should theoretically harvest, like, enough stuff. But also, like, grass, you know, hay, etc. Whatever you want to call it. Moving on. It places it down. I wonder if this, what I've done over here, like, I know that there's, like, something called class statements. Like, a lot of people make fun of, some programmers online. I'm not gonna name someone, for using if, else, and then they do that, like, 20,000 times for each and every, like, if it is this time, you will go to this, place. If it is... however, this time, then you do go to this place, etc., etc. And they do that for every single student at every single school that, that school, basically. They all have different classes that they go to. And apparently there's something called classes, which you then would end up using in those instances. Like, you would then basically just have, oh yeah, I have this script that checks what time it is, and where in the schedule I have to be given my name. You know? Like each name would be a variable, and then you would just essentially compare the time variable and the stuff. Is it gonna be perfect? Like a perfect checkers board? Like a checkered board here. Yeah. So right here it will plant a tree now. Up top it won't do anything. Now what's annoying with my program here is the thing, yeah, is not going right. If you were to run this theoretically in like, imagine if you had this, what I'm doing right here, but with 20,000 drones, rather than just having everyone run the same script, you know, the I cooked, I think, script, they would, each and every single drone in the game would run this, each on their own, every frame. If that happened, if that were to happen, that would be a disaster for performance. So lots of people are like, yeah, just use a class thing. Because that's a thing in Python and like other like programming languages and whatnot, where you just do it in a very specific way. I think it'd be more efficient if we went with 1 here instead of 2. Like, instead of 0. So there we go. So if it's smaller than 1, like 1 included in that, you know? Should plant a tree there. So it does plant a tree practically everywhere, but it will, like, you know, the efficiency doesn't matter. At this stage, it doesn't matter. We could just literally run the carrot script. And it would be as efficient, you know? Like, we've got a lot of wheat, a lot of wood. Might as well run stuff. What did I want to say? Right, so there are people who do that, and it's not good. And I know there's like bad practices that with like endless if-else statements and stuff. You shouldn't do that, you know? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. If can harvest, harvest till plant. Gotcha. Else do a flip. So we're getting what we want here, which is nice. Both wheat and carrots, which is good. But yeah, there's a lot of like bad practices I've heard, and essentially I do think that it is good to know like what stuff can be avoided and whatnot, but like sometimes you just don't know that something is bad. In this case, I do believe like checking each tile to the left, right, north and south is not efficient at all whatsoever, but at the same time it works, so don't fix something that is not broken, right? If it ain't broke, it won't need no fixing. Something like that. And I can run this, and it will change the stuff. I wonder how it's gonna find it, like... At this point in time, it will not plant anything because it's 2. There's 2 of them. It will plant something here though. It won't over this way. It will plant 1 above that though. Right here it won't. It will on this tile. What an odd pattern. It's just gonna mark a bunch of corners basically off. Wait, if we could make it so that the position values are, oh, that could be math. So down at the bottom it would be 0, 0. That would be equal numbered, and then like 0, 1 would be odd. Like, you know, we would have even, odds, etc. So in that case, 0, 2 would be even. Okay, for the first column it would work, but like then there's 1, 0 is odd and it would plant there. But it shouldn't, you know, for 0, 1. I guess in that case... Oh god. I've got an idea. Hold up. Okay, I got kind of confused. So, what I wanted to do was basically, if the... Where is it? It's supposed... Like, first of all, we unlocked functions, which might have been a mistake, but hey, it's fine. Definition is even equals return. Return means used to return a value from a function. So, n percentage 2. So we basically divide it by 2 until there's nothing left. If nothing's left is 0, then the number is is even. So, while true, I want to get the position of our x value. And if that x value is... This is not working for whatever reason. Maybe I need to do this? No. Get position x. N equals... Get position x. Maybe that works. Trying to use percentage of a function get position x. This is the function object itself, not the function return value. Did you mean to call the function with the call operator? I don't understand. Anyways, what I wanted to do was basically, if the x value, that is the horizontal position, if it is even, okay, when it's here, I want it to behave differently than when it is not even. So if it's not even, it will plant, move, like plant, move, move, plant, move, move, plant. And if it can harvest a tree, it will... Like, if it can harvest, it will harvest and move up once. And if it can't harvest, it will plant and then move up once. Basically, that's what's going to happen. The amount of times that we have. So for I in range get world size, you know? It will just do that. Then it will move 1 to the east. Just like here. Then it will check again if the x position is even. If now it is even, so it will instead do all of this, but like offset by 1. So it will like do 1, and then again, you know? Like here, here, boop, here, here, here. Are we actually on a 6x6 thing? Yes, we are. Huh. Thought it was 5x5 for whatever reason. Either way, the idea is basically just that we do the opposite. You know, oh, if it's even, great. If not, okay, we do something else. Like if x is even, then we will behave this way. Otherwise, we will behave this way. And it will just repeat that forever. And that should harvest like both wheat and wood at the same time. Sadly, however, it doesn't do that. And that is because I can't seem to assign... I don't know exactly how to do this is even business here. And I would love some help with that. Also, for the time being, I just was like, yeah, if it is even, change the hat to green. Yay, it is even. Otherwise, change it to red. It's not even. Okay, that way it would basically show me the way. But yeah, that was this game. If you want to check it out for yourself, The Farmer Got Replaced is available on... let me save the game. If I quit, it probably is going to quit to the main menu. The game is available on Steam. It's releasing today. Is actually very, very good. Honestly, this was a lot of fun, and I feel like I'm learning, but it's just that some portions of my brain are not working correctly because I didn't have coffee yet. Either that or because I just haven't... I must have missed something while reading the tutorial prompts and whatnot. So if you want to check out the game for yourself, like, do that. And if you have any feedback for what I could have done better, etc., let me know. Also, if the I cooked, I think, function, like the script there, the thing, the window, you know, is that a script? I think it is a script, right? It's what would you call the code. Was good, right? With the checking north, west, south, east and stuff, and then just assigning a variable. It's just very, very slow. And I feel like I could have done it better, but I'm not sure exactly how. Like, the thing I'm trying right now seems to be better, possibly, but also not sure how to get there. Like, the idea is there. Check if even, check if not. And based on whether or not the row is even, it behaves one way or another. Basically just offsetting it so that we get wood that way. But I'm not sure if that's worth doing, you know? I think it'd be just easier if I were to plant a tree, move up, like plant a bush or a carrots or nothing, and then move up, plant wheat, go to the right, plant a tree, go lower, plant carrots, go lower, plant nothing, you know? And then go to the left, and then basically just repeat that. And whenever it can harvest, it's supposed to harvest, you know? I feel like that would be just better because we would get everything. In fact, okay, hold up a second. Let me just try that. Okay, so this is basically just a loop that... I messed something up. Boop. There you go. A wild true. If can harvest, harvest. Then plant a tree. Else do a flip. Move north. If can harvest, harvest. And then till, plant carrots. Else do a flip. Move north, harvest twice. Move east, harvest twice. Because each carrot seed costs a hay and a wood. And we get 5 wood per tree, but 2 hay per harvest. I don't know. It's efficiency. Something like that. I don't know. Wheat is fast. Move south. If can harvest, harvest. Plant the tree. Else do a flip. Move south. If can harvest, harvest. Till. Plant carrot. Else do a flip and move west. So theoretically... And this seems to work. You know? And we can just repeat this if we want to, and we can make it, like, offset by 1, you know, using these values, etc., etc. But I feel like this is kind of efficient. Like, this is kind of good. Like, I could just let this run for a while, and then upgrade something like, oh, look, our yield for grass, or, oh, look, our carrot growth is faster now. Fantastic. And then trees grow quicker. Lovely. And then we just continue. I feel like someone's gonna tell me off for this. whatever monstrosity I've created here seems to be working, so I don't know. I don't think it's bad. Delete that. That should work theoretically quite well, actually. Yeah, this seems to be working just fine. If you want to check out the game for yourself, sorry, I've been meaning to end for a while now, but now I thought, hey, what if this works? And it actually does work. And I'm not sure if it's super efficient or not, but I do think it's also kind of good. As like a thing for now that I could theoretically let running for quite a while, you know? Obviously, it has some quirks in that sometimes when it does harvest the carrots, it doesn't, like, grow them again. But, like, theoretically, it should do it. Like, if it can harvest, it should harvest, then till the soil. Oh, wait. If ground entity type is it like soil? Till. Done into ground soil. I see, that's what's happening. So, if get entity type is grounds grassland, then till. Else. No, we don't need that. There you go. It will just do that. And here as well. Wait. Get entity type. Does that work? And it's the same issue over there. So theoretically this should be perfect now. It will only till the soil if it is the thing. Right now there's trees in the way. Something broke. I don't know why. Grounds, grasslands, till maybe harvest as well. Harvest till cool. Why is this not clear? If can harvest, harvest. Plant entities tree. Else do a flip. Why is it not doing the carrots? I'm confused. If the entity type is grounds grassland, it will harvest until. What if we just get rid of that? And we'll just do that as well over here. Like, we'll just till. should do it theoretically like first thing, you know? Ah. I know. There you go. If the entity type is... If can harvest and then plant. Gotcha. Harvest. Else. What do you mean it's not a valid expression? Why is it not working now? If it can harvest, it harvests. Then it plants a tree. Move north. If it can harvest, it harvests. And if the entity type is grasslands till, then plants. Else do a flip. Then it moves north. This stuff is for whatever. We don't care about this. Like, we can remove these because we get more wheat anyways. So honestly, we can like just do this. If we can harvest it, we'll harvest it and then plant the tree. Then we'll move north. Then, if we can harvest it, we'll harvest it, and then if the entity type is grassland, we'll till it. And then we'll plant entities carrots. Move north. Then we'll harvest once and move north. It just doesn't want to plant the carrots. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't want to... Is this a bug? Did I find a bug? What is happening? I'm confused. Where's my carrot script? No, that is working. Why is it working? Why is this working? Harvest, till, entities. Never mind, I fixed it. It's not perfect. What we could do though is... Nah. We can do other things probably, but I don't know what exactly I thought for a moment. I wanted to end this video a while ago. Sorry about that. That was that. If you want to check it out for yourself, link in the description to the Steam page. Thanks a lot to MetaRoot for sponsoring this and giving me an opportunity to showcase the game like this. I'll see you around. Until next time, bye bye.